We have Tom Haberstroh back, and we're just gonna throw up this Bruce Valanche. Is that his name? We're gonna throw this picture up again just because. Can we get a two-shot here of Tom and Bruce?
That's perfect. All right, that was suggested by my buddy from college. So
yeah, Anthony Bain takes suggestions for these over Twitter. Tom, as you can see, is a devout Catholic from the shining cross behind him. How have you been doing, buddy?
I am good. I am recovering from 15 stitches to the mouth, but otherwise I am okay. That was a month ago. I'm okay now.
Did you get fish hooked?
It was like a backyard football accident where I was diving for a ball, football, and I got kicked in the mouth by one of my friends. I'd like to have a better story, but I don't. So it was disgusting. It was awful. But now I still have the dissolvable stitches in there, but otherwise the outer ones are just fine. I was the Joker for a while. It was pretty bad.
Ew.
Yeah.
Well, you've got your lockout beard. I know you've been having a nice, relaxing vacation, and now it's over. Because Ethan Sherwood-Strauss here to bring the fire. Ethan, what do you got, brother?
So much fire for Tom. How you doing, Tom? I really liked a piece that you wrote recently. It was on the post play and the trend, the new thing, which is working with Hakeem Olajuwon. And you broke it down a little bit, and it seems that working with Hakeem hasn't really had an impressive impact on the post games of those who've tried it. Do you think that Olajuwon is perhaps sabotaging those he works with in order to defend his legacy? That's my theory, at least.
Well, when I looked at it, I looked at Kobe Bryant, and I also looked at Dwight Howard. And in order to basically implement all his new training, I think you have to do it through the entire course of the season. You can't just have like 3 training sessions over the summer and expect miraculous overhaul to your post game. Kobe Bryant had a big boost in his efficiency and in his usage, so I think he's actually a good comparison for LeBron James rather than Dwight Howard. But I do think he's trying to boost his legacy, and we always think of this, the dream shake, and he's definitely trying to boost his stock, legacy stock.
What is our obsession with the post game and LeBron James? I'm fascinated by this. Is it because he's big, or is it because that we have made a proper post game some sort of platonic ideal of fundamental basketball?
No, I think it's machismo. I think it's this idea that it's the most head-on-head physical battle between human beings. I guess it's like the closest thing the NBA has to the NFL, and so I think people think that post game rather than just spot-up shooting, for example, is a real testament to how manly you are and how strong you are, and so I think really what it is that's the little nugget of contact, high contact, blood sport that we have in the NBA.
I happen to feel that the post game matters less these days than it did back in the days of illegal defense, and that perhaps our emphasis on it is a bit misplaced. Do you agree with that notion of mine, or do you think that it's as important as it's ever been?
Well, I think it's always important to have a good array of skills in your repertoire, because I think LeBron James, what's keeping him back is his comfort level, and I think if he has that post game, it's just another weapon in his arsenal that teams will have to prepare for. I don't think it's a huge emphasis anymore, like you said, because of the new rules in the NBA, but I don't think LeBron James really needs the post play. I think what he really needs to do is assert himself in general a little bit more than he did in the finals. Really, he's like 95% there as a basketball player, and most NBA players are like 70%. But I think it was Noam. Am I pronouncing that? Noam Schiller? I think he was talking about it today about ceiling, and we're so obsessed with ceiling, and LeBron James needs to be a better three-point shooter and a better post player. But really, I mean, can you believe that he's so good at everything else that we really just nitpicking those two things? It's not nitpicking; it's a general concern. But
Well, yeah,
Yeah, it's just
expectations frame our criticism, and it's too bad. It's like I don't think that we often enough step back and go, this guy's really great. I'm guilty of it. I've been writing about Kevin Durant and trying to put a ceiling on that guy, but it's true. Perhaps we should we should appreciate it a little bit better. But per the ceiling conversation, do you think that LeBron can have a great post game? I mean, I happen to feel that perhaps this is an immutable flaw of his, and he's just not good at it, and his intrinsic abilities aren't there in that aspect of basketball. Do you disagree? Do you think that he can have a Kobe Bryant-esque post game if he really works on it?
I don't know if it's going to be Kobe Bryant-esque, but I do know that he has a lot of time to bring that weapon into his arsenal. I just think he's 26. He's 26, and we've never seen quite an athlete like him. So basically throw every comp you want out the window because he is a one-of-a-kind. So he's got the size, he's got the talent, he's got the work ethic. It's just I don't think he's really applied himself in that specific area. Cooper Moorhead of Heat.com did a great breakdown earlier this year that's been
awesome.
Lit on fire because of the lockout. But I saw it with my own two eyes. He was working on his post game in the Heat practice facility after practice, and I'm guessing during practice. We're not allowed to go watch during practice, but he was working on it, and that's probably not going to be enough, just a few minutes here and there. But Coach Fizdale, who's the assistant for the Heat, he was basically saying that he's been working on it. A lot of different moves, but Cooper brought this up, and I think you've talked about this, is that he doesn't have style. He just bludgeons you underneath. Like if he's gonna go and take you into the post, he's gonna back you down, and then it's gonna be like this, I don't know, not a smooth delivery. And what people want is not efficiency, they want style. And he's got efficiency, he needs just more usage and I guess a go-to move, which he doesn't have yet. I think he has plenty of time, Ethan.
I want to specify, because there are many aspects to a post game, that I think that LeBron is slightly blighted in that sort of very close range of post shot, but he has a very good post kind of fadeaway shot from deeper, and there are some things that he does well. Bringing it back to the ceiling, I've written a bit about Kevin Durant recently. He's obviously a very statistically productive player, but I worry that the way he accrues that productivity perhaps should prevent him from becoming the best player in the NBA. As somebody who is, great with the stats and great with the observation, what do you see as Durant's ceiling, and do you see him becoming the league's best in the next few years?
As long as LeBron James is in the league, I don't see him being the best. They're similar in age. I know LeBron's got a few years on him, but until LeBron turns into this, where Kobe Bryant is now, I suspect that Kevin Durant won't be the best in the game, simply because he'll have to score 35 points per game to make up for the deficiencies he has in the other aspects, like passing. He's Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki never had a passing game more than what Kevin Durant is at right now, and I'd say Dirk Nowitzki is one of the all-time greats, and I see the same for Kevin Durant. I don't see him as being a versatile player like LeBron James, but I also think he's fantastic in his own right. I don't suspect he's going to develop a passing game where he drops 5 times a game, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. He's just a phenomenal scorer, an absolutely phenomenal scorer, and sometimes that's all you really need to really build around for a championship.